So Portugal, this is not. This is a very interesting property in a beautiful part of Norfolk. But before we go, we've got to get a bit prepared because we've got to cross over a busy road. So it's next to a busy road and it's next to a dog hotel. So we're going to see what it's like. It's actually a piece of railway track with some special surprises, apparently. Now we're going to go on a bit of an adventure. Hence, I'm putting my boots on to see if we can find these interesting surprises. We might need these. So obviously, it's a disused railway track that's for sale. Let's check it out. So we're setting off the dogs a bit. Feel a little bit suspicious with the what looks like bolt croppers. They're not, they're loppers. We have got permission, by the way, from the agent selling this land, so we can go in. However, it is locked, so we're going to have to find our way over the side of the fence or through the side somehow. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see how we get on. Maybe down here. So, as you can see, it's got good access and it's just a small piece of land that goes on for about a mile this way, but it's only 30 metres across. It's a disused railway. So, this piece of land, this mile of old disused railway track is up for auction with Anglia Auction House. You can look them up online. And the guide price is between 20 and 30,000 pounds, English sterling. And they've just released the legal pack, so if you are interested, then definitely look at that, because it's actually coming up for auction quite soon on the 13th of September. So in just over a week's time. So definitely look at all of that. If you're interested, get in touch with them if you've got any questions. You can come and visit the property. We've been told we could visit it at any time because we were considering buying this and we still might be. So we might be bidding with you. So let us know if you are going to bid on this. We're still considering it. And we're going to do some more investigations, look at the other end of the track and see what other bits and there are along here. So if you like this video, obviously put the thumbs up, hit the notification bell. There'll be other property videos coming from, you know, who knows, because at the moment we're in the UK, so we'll put some property videos of the UK. And as we go through France and Spain, we'll show you property videos of there. And then once we're back at home in Portugal, we'll give you some property videos back there too. Well, in between the road noise, which is quite significant, there is some beautiful bird song, lots of finches around. Here we go, one just went over. Goldfinches and greenfinches I've seen so far. There's hawthorn and elder. Quite a big ditch down this edge. So this is a nice old piece of equipment. It's here to tighten the fence that would have gone along here. And it's probably a bit too rusted to get going again, but one of the bits left over from it being the railway. I think we might have found a surprise. Isn't this cute? Brick. So it's brick built. It's got a chimney. Unfortunately, we can't go in because of padlock. But it has got a little fireplace in there, and there's a few tools. Solid. Could do with a new roof, I reckon. This hut is called a permanent way hut, and there were thousands of these along the railways back in the day. They were used for the workmen to stop and have a cup of tea and have their lunch, etc., to get away from the harsh elements if they needed to. They would often be dropped here by the trains because there weren't any roads then nearby, particularly. And when they came to have their break, they would send off the youngest member of the team to go and stoke up the fire and get the tea on the go, cup of tea on the go, warm up the hut, and then they would have their break in the hut. This one is a particularly interesting and unusual type of permanent way hut because it's brick built with a foundation and with a proper chimney, and it's still in really good condition. Many of them were just made out of either railway sleepers or concrete slabs and don't look anywhere near as pretty as this one. There are many people that actually go out of their way to find these and photograph them and catalogue them because they are becoming rarer and rarer. Now, this railway itself used to go between Fakenham and King's Lynn. It was shut to freight in 1969 and to passengers in the 1950s. It's about a mile long, this stretch for sale, which is quite incredible, really. And it's a massively rich and diverse piece of land. And you could actually make a road or a track that was accessible for vehicles all the way along it, because it's actually got the hardcore to make it a decent track from when the railway was here. And if you were really, wow, well, maybe the right person might want to make this into a campsite with glamping spots and camping spots along the way. They may want to install a railway so you could go up and down the railway. And it's actually near the Peddars Way, so you actually get walkers coming by here. So if you were to make this into some sort of campsite, maybe that could get those people that are on the way to stop over and have a break along here. Interesting place, full of nature, so wild, so lovely, I love it. The other thing about this piece of land is it is so, I said it before, but it's so biodiverse. It has many different plants and flowers and tree species here. And so it's going to be really rich in insects, and then of course in birds and in bigger mammals as well. And out around here across these fields will be 3 types of deer: muntjac, roe and fallow deer. And you could actually make stations along here, hides along here, that would be able to spot those. They are all particularly common in this area. I can see, you probably won't see them at the moment, but I can see some hares out there at the moment as well. And there's some rabbits out there. Very hard to sort of zoom in onto them. They're very well hidden. But you have this great wildlife on your doorstep. So, interesting piece of land. Not sure what it could be used for. The elephant in the room is obviously the noise of the traffic. Now, if you've got any ideas about how you could suppress that, maybe by planting lelandai that grows up and builds a natural barrier for sound barrier, or whether there's any other things you think could be done to suppress that noise, then be interesting to hear them in the comments. So the same soundproofing that you come up with to try and make some of this area quieter from the road noise, you would probably want at this end, because these buildings here are part of the dog hotel. So obviously you get barking from that end as well. So you probably want to do the same that end. And for the places, it wouldn't have to be all the way along, but in the places that you want to make quiet, you would want to use some sort of sound suppressing thing. Put in the comments if you've got any good ideas of what that could be. So, yeah, the traffic you can see is quite busy. There are little gaps in the traffic, and it's particularly busy at the moment. So, you know, there are gaps, and it does get less busy in the winter, and at night it's not very busy. So, yeah, it has little gaps, but yeah, it is definitely a noisy road. So the piece of land is very close to Houghton Hall that has some great exhibitions on. It's a sculpture park and a beautiful stately home, and it has a big festival here as well. And obviously we're very close to the coast, some of the best coastland in the world, and I mean that. And so it is in a very touristy area, very well sought out part of the country, and it's a beautiful part of the country too, as you can see. Yeah, now the sun's come out, hooray! Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye.